Welcome to your daily 5-minute crypto brief with Satoshi and Nova. Today is June 29th, 2025. I am Nova.
I am Satoshi.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really plunging into the dynamic world of crypto.
That's right.
We've got a fresh market update from June 29, 2025, plus a whole stack of other insights to look at.
Yep.
And our mission really is to unpack the important nuggets for you, try and help cut through some of that noise and understand what's actually going on.
And it is definitely always evolving, isn't it? What's really fascinating now is how we're seeing this mix, this blend of exciting growth, but also increasing maturity.
Right.
And alongside that, these persistent, sometimes kind of alarming challenges all happening at once.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll dig into that booming institutional interest, some critical regulatory actions, and some pretty significant security concerns too. Put things in perspective.
Absolutely. And just looking at the immediate market snapshot, you see that blend right there. Bitcoin's holding steady around $107,000. Ethereum up a little bit.
Yeah.
But what really caught my eye was Solana, up 6.5%. Seems like it's buoyed by some of that fresh institutional interest we mentioned.
Could be.
Even meme tokens like Pepe and BONK were up, which, for anyone unfamiliar, are, those community-driven coins based on internet memes. Very volatile, but they attract speculation.
They certainly do. But that institutional surge you mentioned, that really is the major story right now.
Tell me about it.
Well, look at BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF, IBIT. It's actually become the firm's most lucrative ETF.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, think about that. It's pulling in about $186 million a year in fees. That's more than their flagship S&P 500 ETF.
That's incredible, and it only launched less than a year ago.
Exactly. Already amassed $75 billion in assets. I mean, it's the fastest-growing ETF debut in history.
So this isn't just about money flowing in.
No. It signifies a real pivotal shift. You've got traditional finance not just like nodding at crypto, but actively, aggressively integrating it. It fundamentally reshapes how mainstream investors see the risk.
Okay, that's a massive push from the big players. But it's not just the institutions changing the landscape, is it? Regulators are definitely stepping up their game.
Oh, absolutely.
The IRS, for instance, they've sent out, get this, 758% more warning letters to crypto investors just in the past 2 months.
Wow. Yeah, they're not messing around.
They're reminding traders, report your transactions properly. And there's this new form coming, Form 1099-DA.
Ah, yes, the 1099-DA. That's going to require brokers to report detailed crypto gains and losses.
So like the standard tax form you get for stocks, but now for crypto.
Exactly. It's a very clear signal. Tax compliance is now absolutely a top priority.
Which raises that whole question, doesn't it? Balancing growth and compliance.
It does. And alongside that regulatory scrutiny, security is still a huge challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, a recent TRM Labs report, it showed over $2.1 billion in crypto was stolen by hackers just in the first half of 2025.
$2.1 billion in 6 months.
Yeah, largest 6-month total on record. And what's really alarming, roughly 70% of those stolen funds linked to hacker groups backed by North Korea, including that massive $1.5 billion theft from IBIT back in February.
Wow. Okay, that's a staggering figure on the hacks. Does that kind of vulnerability worry those big institutional players we were just talking about? Or are they looking past it?
That's the interesting part. If you connect this to the bigger picture, it suggests, well, despite the hacks, the overall direction, the institutional involvement, it points to increasing maturity.
How so?
Bitcoin's volatility, for example, has been declining. As more regulated investment products like IBIT gain traction, things calm down a bit.
Right. Analysts
point out IBIT's 60-day price volatility is now almost on par with the S&P 500s.
Seriously? Almost the same as the S&P?
Almost. Remember, a year ago, Bitcoin was like 5 times more volatile than stocks.
Yeah, I remember that.
So this compression, this reduction in volatility, it means more stability, makes crypto feel more, mature.
Yeah.
Like it's growing up putting on a business suit after years in a hoodie,
Huh. Good analogy. Though I guess some traders might miss the wild hoodie days.
Well, yes, some veteran traders do say that suit might mean fewer of those crazy short-term rallies.
Fascinating. And it's not just about prices maturing, right? The underlying tech is also evolving.
Definitely.
You mentioned Solana earlier. They're making strides with a new independent validator client called Firedancer, developed by Jump Crypto.
Right, Firedancer. And a validator client, for anyone listening, is basically the core software that secures and processes transactions on the network.
So Firedancer is the first alternative to Solana's original core software.
Exactly, which is a big deal. It significantly enhances the network's resilience,
Yeah.
reduces single points of failure. That kind of innovation is absolutely crucial for long-term health and scalability.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together then.
Yeah. So what does this all mean for you? I think this deep dive really shows a crypto market that's, well, it's undeniably growing up.
Yeah, attracting serious institutional money, making tech strides like Firedancer.
But, it's a big but, it's simultaneously facing these significant hurdles. Heightened IRS scrutiny, those record-breaking hacks, often state-sponsored.
Right, so it's this landscape where both the opportunity and the risk are clearly on the rise. Staying informed is just more critical than ever.
Precisely. You've got everything from BlackRock's IBIT becoming its most lucrative ETF, huge success story there, to the looming tax compliance with Form 1099-DA that you need to be ready for, and then that stark reality of $2.1 billion stolen just this year. It's a multifaceted picture.
It really is.
So as crypto keeps making this journey towards becoming more like a traditional asset, with Bitcoin's volatility almost matching the S&P 500, the question is, what does this increased maturity mean for that balance between innovation and regulation? And maybe more importantly for you, how might that shape your own engagement with this constantly evolving market?
Enjoyed the brief? Please like and subscribe. We deliver fresh market updates, macro signals, and crypto news daily in just 5 minutes. Live streams coming soon. Stay tuned.